Excuse me.
Duke?
Huh? Hey, that's... You're...
Who exactly?
We've run into each other a couple times.
You? How have you come to this place?
What do you mean, how? We walked. As in, across the desert.
I see. And yet, how did you... No matter. For what reason have you come?
We're a little curious about this.
This must have cost you dearly to obtain.
Actually, it just sort of landed in our lap.
That was quite a miracle.
You're planning on making a barrier blastia, aren't you? You're free to go pretending you're a sage. But forget about making any blastia. Who would even consider building a barrier blastia with something that's so obviously not a core?
But it is a solid mass of air. It simply lacks an inscribed formula.
Lacks an inscribed formula? What do you mean?
They are most commonly known as apatheia, of which the clear CL crystal is one example.
So this is an apatheia?
That the treasure you've been looking for, old man?
Also, I am not the sage.
Huh?
No such being exists any longer.
That's a problem. We'll need to get that back from you in that case.
Neither I nor humanity have a need for such a thing.
Whoa! What are you doing? Hold on a sec!
It's the same phenomenon we saw at Cave Mock!
Oh, man. Just when I found one.
The apatheia bring only chaos to humanity. They are better off returned to air.
Return to air? Is that really all you did just now?
It's still no reason to go smashing other people's things.
What kind of a person treats treasure so poorly?
Wasn't the clear CL crystal, the apatheia, needed to save this town from the monsters?
This town has no use for a barrier, and no need to be saved. This place has been granted everlasting calm.
Come to mention it, it is pretty quiet here.
But still, there are monsters like Pharaoh nearby.
How do you know of Pharaoh?
I'd ask you the same thing. You seem to know about him yourself.
Please, tell us what you know. Pharaoh referred to me as a poison.
I see.
You know something, don't you?
There is a being in this world who possesses a power the Endelikeia despise.
You mean...
This being is known as the Child of the Full Moon.
Child of the Full Moon. Like in the legend. By Endelikeia, you mean Pharaoh?
That is correct.
But what would the Endelikeia have against me? Against a Child of the Full Moon? What is this power the Child of the Full Moon possesses that they despise?
That answer lies only within the hearts of the Endelikeia themselves.
Which means I've got no choice but to find Pharaoh and ask him myself.
Do not be foolish. Meeting Pharaoh would end only in the death of the Child of the Full Moon.
But...
Estelle, give it a rest. Hey, Reggae, Jaeger from Ruinsgate talked about the Entelikeia earlier, didn't he?
Something about them being the ancient race that built Nordopolica.
So Pharaoh built Nordopolica? That doesn't seem possible.
Take your leave. There's nothing more for you here.
Wait, there's something I want to ask you too. What were you doing at that Air Krene? Just who are you? What is that sword of yours?
Those matters exceed your comprehension. Do not ask of them again. Go. I have nothing more to say.
Where do you get off?
Rita.
Duke may have been the one that saved us in the desert.
Maybe.
I'm gonna go and thank him.
Hold up. He doesn't seem the type to do something like that.
You don't think so?
Just a hunch. You said that Child of the Full Moon he mentioned was the sister of brave Vesperia, right?
Yeah. Goddess who bathes this world in her golden light, you are named Child of the Full Moon. Your brother, brave Vesperia, watches over us from the skies. You remain bound to your mother, the Earth, and will shelter her with your unceasing protection.
Is there like a hidden meaning in there?
I'm not sure. But maybe it's more than just an old legend.
Remaining to protect the Earth, huh?
Could protecting the Earth have anything to do with ruling over this world?
You mean like becoming the Emperor? If Estelle's the child of the full moon, that would add up.
Which means all the previous emperors would have been on Pharaoh's hit list.
I've never heard of anything like that.
This all sounds pretty complicated.
Yeah, I suppose it might be a bit too complicated for you, Patty.
It's too complicated for you too, old man.
Rita can explain it to you later.
Me?
Shouldn't we be thinking more about what to do next?
I'm gonna stay here. There are things I've got to investigate.
Investigate?
Clear seal crystals, apatheia, all kinds of things. Honestly, I have a few bones to pick with Mr. Warm and Fuzzy over there. If you're all going back, we'll have to say our goodbyes here.
But
Oh, that's too bad. I don't imagine the desert will be much fun on your own, but good luck.
Oh, that's right. I can't go anywhere without crossing that desert.
We can afford to take a load off while she's checking things out, can't we? I'm pretty interested in apatheia myself.
if we're going back into the desert, we need to take time to prepare. We don't want to keel over again.
That's true. How about we leave tomorrow? Rita, one day should be enough, right?
Shouldn't be a problem. Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Okay then, we'll meet up near the exit tomorrow morning.
Right. See you then.
Have more convos with everybody. Excuse yourself! And we pop back inside for a soon.
I have nothing left to say to you.
I'm not staying here for a stare-off.
You're not gonna follow him?
What's the point? He's not gonna talk to me.
So this was a complete waste of time?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Apatheia?
When the air crane went berserk, Jaeger was carrying this box. This box was what messed up my magic.
You think the apatheia is what's causing the air crane to go out of control?
Judging from the evidence, it could be a valid hypothesis.
So when the Blastia and Heliord was going out of control, you think there was apatheia nearby? And the air crane and cave mock too?
There may have been. Otherwise, maybe the apatheia has been damaging the whole world's air crane little by little, and a large distortion just happened to appear then.
I see.
It's really nothing more than a guess, but it could be right.
You don't sound very sure of yourself.
In science, you continually make hypotheses, then test them, and you get closer and closer to the truth. That's how it is. Well, okay. Maybe I can do something with this after all.
What are you gonna do now?
The next step after a hypothesis is testing it.
Oh, now we're in the room. Oh. Strange mark. Shortens the time limit to mages are mobile after casting a spell. Could be useful. Time to go around and start talking to people again. That's my concentration. Chatted up with everyone. Where might they be? All be. Nope. This path kind of splits. Actually, that path kind of splits too. Hang on. I don't think I've gone this way, as far as I know. There's Raven.
Hey, old man. You can feel free to go on ahead to Nordopolica.
Hey there, youngin'. What? You want to get rid of me so soon?
Wrong. I just wouldn't want you to miss the new moon and your chance to deliver the letter all on our account.
Honestly, I could do fine without your concern.
Wrong again. If brave Vesperia gets in the way of Altosk's work, we'll be apologizing to the Dawn for an eternity.
What? You're too young to bother yourself with such fluff.
It's a matter of brave Vesperia being trustworthy. You see what I mean?
We've still got time left until the new moon. We'll be fine.
You sure?
Anyway, ain't about to go back through the desert and that cave myself. If I got killed by some monster on the way there, not only would the letter not get delivered, but brave Vesperia certainly wouldn't look very trustworthy to potential clients then, would they?
In that case, we collect your bones and the letter and deliver them as promised.
Oh, how kind of... Wait, hey!
Anyway, just as long as you won't go blaming me if you don't manage to deliver it on time.
No problem.
Oh, you two are together here. Gotta run back with Carol over
So you
there.
weren't able to meet Pharaoh after all.
But I learned about some very important things. The child of the full moon. And the Antilochaea.
But the only new thing we learned was what those words mean. As for the reason Pharaoh's trying to kill you, it seems we won't know unless we go and ask him directly.
But you heard what he was saying. If I go to meet Pharaoh, he'll just wipe me out.
It looks like we'll never know the truth then.
After all this, it's like I'm being told that I should just give up.
No, no way.
Maybe...
Huh?
Maybe what I'm trying so hard to figure out isn't really that important to know at all.
What do you mean?
If I'd never met you, Yuri, and I just kept living my life in that castle, I would have lived without ever knowing about the Child of the Full Moon, or the Antilochaea, or any of that. So maybe I could just go on living without knowing why Pharaoh wants me dead.
So you're saying you should just go back to the capital?
I think that's definitely an option.
If that's what you want to do, I won't stop you.
Yuri,
Our contract with you is null and void at this point, after all.
that's true.
It's just, I don't really like hypothetical situations. They're not real life, and I'm not too good at pretending to forget things that I already know. If you can do that, then I don't have any problem with it. But can you really?
Then I can't do that either, but I have no idea what I should do in this sort of situation.
You want to know the truth, but you don't know what to do. That'd be a good summary of your situation, right?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Take a shot. Well, this time it seems like she's presented with like certain doom, and she's thinking like, do I push past to find out, or?
We weren't able to find Pharaoh after all.
Yeah, our first job as a guild was an egregious failure. What do you think? Should we go back to Dongress?
That might be best. But would you be okay with that, Yuri? And what about Estelle?
I'd be fine with it. As for Estelle, I'll leave that answer up to her.
All right.
This sure is a serene little town.
Huh? Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? No guilds, no empire. It's a little strange.
Yeah, but I think it's relaxing.
Yeah, but even so, I prefer Dongrest.
That's how everyone is. Everybody prefers the place where they grew up.
You too, Yuri?
Well, yeah, sure.
But if we're gonna work together in brave Vesperia, we'll have to decide on a single place for our home base.
We could always make someplace new, you know.
Someplace new?
Yeah, you know, everyone thinks of Dongrest as the Union City, but it's really Altosk City. It could be like that. Brave Vesperia could make its own city.
Brave Vesperia's own city. Yeah, I like that idea.
Well, either way, we've got a lot of jobs as a guild ahead of us before we can be thinking about things like that.
Yeah, now that you mention it, Nordopolica is Palestrale's city, isn't it?
Yeah, if you think of it that way, Nordopolica's more of a guild city than Dongrest even.
Yeah, and Bellius rules the city too. Nordopolica, leader of a city, Duce of a guild. Wonder what sort of person Bellius is.
Okay, I think that's everybody. No, Patty's around somewhere. Out here? Shop I haven't hit up yet, but I want to wait till I get everybody in. Oh, you. They suggested a couple new stuff. Actually, I think I already made a couple of these. Trying to get more trying to get more of a certain weapon so I can build several versions of it. That's the thing now. I'm in like, if I build this, will I be able to build that later and miss out on something? There's Patty back at the end.
Would you like a skewer?
Is it any good?
Why don't you try it out? It's my grandfather's secret recipe.
What? But didn't you say you had amnesia?
I know everything there is to know about Ifried. I traveled all over researching about him after all. That's how I figured out Ifried was the one who told me my name was Patty.
Ifried told you your name?
That's my oldest memory. Just remembering that fond look makes me feel all warm inside. I don't know whether he's really my grandfather or not, but I feel that he was such an important person to me that I can't help but think that's who he is.
I see. Still, it might have been smarter to keep that to yourself.
But
You're used to it, huh?
I don't let small stuff like that bother me.
Crying gets you nowhere, was it? But even if you understand that in your head, your emotions aren't necessarily gonna listen.
I'm more patient than a camouflaged stone flounder sitting still in a field of stones.
Oh yeah? But your info broker turned his back on you too.
It's nothing. Things will work out. Tomorrow's another day. What will be, will be. In any case, you need to eat up if you want to cheer up.
You should have been the main character.
This is good.
Didn't I tell ya?
Dry-eyed Doom. Classy. You should have been the main character. Or at least giving us side goom. I did that by talking to you. 50 gold, hey. Please come again. We look forward to serving you next time. Oh, I guess outside I'll reunite with everybody. Probably another scene I need to do some shopping. I gotta find you first. Oh, I guess just leave.
Glad you could make it.
Sorry to keep you waiting. You'll be heading back too, right?
I didn't talk to Judith at all. Where was she?
Yes. Thanks to your help, we've recovered our strength. We were thinking we'd cross the desert with you all. That is, if you don't mind.
Just make sure you don't go wandering off.
How about us? What's our plan after this?
I'm headed for the Air Crane and the Wizened of Kados, but I am curious about the Entelikeia too.
I have the honored task of delivering this letter here to Belius.
I'd like to meet Belius once myself. I mean, seriously, the Duce. I want to see just what kind of person the leader of the only guild to rival Altosk really is.
Belius?
Yeah. Belius is the Duce of Palestrale, which governs Nordopolica. She's the most important person there.
You're friends with someone that amazing, Carol?
Huh? Friends? Well,
It's Nordopolica for me too. I'm gonna see what Flynn has to say about those knights in Mantake. That's assuming he's still in Nordopolica, of course.
I want to know why the Entelikeia hate the Child of the Full Moon, which means I have to meet Pharaoh.
But there's gotta be another way that doesn't involve Pharaoh.
Right. Besides, walking around in the desert just looking for him wouldn't be easy.
Why don't we all head for Nordopolica then? You're only looking to find out the reason you were attacked by the Entelikeia, correct?
Yes?
I imagine Belius could tell you if you met with her.
Why? Because of the connection between the Entelikeia and the Colosseum?
I do remember Jaeger mumbling something about the Entelikeia of Nordopolica.
If we can believe anything he told us.
Well, we'll pass through the Wizened of Kados on the way to see Belius. Good enough?
True enough. All right then, Nordopolica it is.
right. First, let's get back to Mantake.
What about Patty?
If I remember correctly, there were some people in Nordopolica who didn't think too highly of Patty. I'll be fine, as long as I don't run into any of them. As soon as I'm out in the open sea, everything will be okay.
Then, will you come with us?
Aye, that I will.
Didn't Belius only meet with people on the night of the new moon?
Yeah, we'll have to get a move on if we're going to see her. I'll kick myself if we miss the new moon and have to wait another month.
Okay, let me run back and do shopping. Cause that desert, I used up a lot of whatchamacallit items. Trying to grind up just a little bit there and work on weapons and arts I could learn. My first likes and dislikes.
Jormungand and Mantake are totally different. It's much cooler here. Maybe it's the ocean.
The ocean is very nice, yeah? It's a beautiful place, too.
But it seems boring. I wonder what the folks here do for fun.
I kind of like it. This kind of calm, quiet village suits me. I can't stand loud people.
Oh, that's gotta hurt, old man.
She was talking about the town, not about me.
Maybe.
Do you really hate me that much?
Okay, now where am I? It's the Heartland. Map what of this I can out. Right have to press onward. Never know what you'll find. Even if it was just little things. So they really, if I ever put stuff like that out, something really, really looking for it. Like same old so far. Yeah. Whoop. The Clear CL Crystal.
Can a clear CL crystal really be used to make a barrier?
If they could, and we had enough, we'd be able to make as many barriers as we wanted.
Then even areas that suffer frequent monster attacks could be assured safety.
Yeah, but if it were possible, wouldn't something like that have happened by now?
Maybe it's best not to get our hopes up about it then.
Ever the realist, I see.
All I'm doing is speculating on the most probable outcome.
Actually, I think that's what being a realist means.
She's not trying to insult you, it's just a matter-of-fact statement. Who are you calling a matter-of-fact statement? Oh, Rita. Duke!
Duke certainly has an air of mystery about him. He's a real man.
Patty prefers masculine fellas, I see.
I thought he was pretty cold. Would it have killed him to listen to us a little?
Maybe he was caught off guard. We did just kind of show up out of nowhere.
Did one of us say anything rude to him?
Probably you, Rita. Ha! Ow! Ow! Hey, no hitting!
I wonder if he's always lived here in Jormungand.
Who knows? I didn't get the feeling he'd been here all that long, though.
Duke is pretty weird, but this whole town is pretty weird too.
It is weird, but you could live a quiet, comfortable life here.
Oh, I didn't realize one of us got paralyzed. Oh! That place is pretty quiet.
This'll make good practice.
Is it an anomaly in time? Because they were talking about something that happened all those years ago? That's my hunch. Again?
Again?
This food's a staple, but I do wonder why we always have the same thing to eat. We have other recipes we could be making.
Carol only stocks up on the same ingredients.
Rita said she liked it so much she could eat it every day.
Hey, the old man was whining about how he hates every other kind of food.
Well, Yuri was going on and on about how we have to save money on food.
Judy, didn't you say this would be a good way to compare our cooking?
I thought Estelle was trying to perfect this dish.
I want something else.
Me too.
Me three.
I'm tired of this.
Same.
Our other recipes are going to waste.
All right, let's eat something different next time, okay?
You were all unhappy with the meal.
We don't wrap till it's perfect, and we ain't there yet. Till I say mastery, we ain't done yet. Don't you backseat my cook in there. You want to give me a warp thing to get me back to the earlier town so I can get the stuff to make the whatchamacallits? I'm all for it.
They got us from behind.
Our ties to each other will save us.
Wandering out there, I already got to go back and restock. I think after this I might master curry. It's another 1 or 2 battles to get that mastery. My god. Enter the desert, stay on field. And get attacked anyway, damn it.
You don't scare me.
Stay on field, I skipped the whole desert and just make it through the other side quickly, so. That's what the guide says to do, so. Once you're there, I guess. Wow, I didn't think I would get jumped like this. No, stay on field, I guess, was in here instead of. Oh, God, shit. Oh no, stay on field means go through it. Like this. And then just come out the other side. So trying to get back to Mantake. Which is not that. But now I guess this just becomes a normal ass desert. Overworld was for a while instead of. Nope. Those cactus enemies easy enough to dodge so far. Those Except I still don't know where I'm going. World map. Antic is that a way? Is that red dot us? Yeah, maybe. Looks like it. No, that was the red dot. I don't know what that was. Which means me takes down here. Yeah, there we go. Yep, that's the other side. Okay.
Whew, we're finally here. I've seen enough sand to last me a lifetime.
You're telling me.
Look, there are people outside the town.
Wonder if that means the curfew's been lifted.
Aw, shit.
Cumore!
Easy now. Haste makes waste.
Indeed. We need to be cautious here and see what's going on.
Hurry, hurry, all aboard. Let's all enjoy a nice little tour of the desert, shall we?
But while we're gone, the children.
I promise riches to anyone who can bring me the remains of that giant winged monster. Then your children will be able to live in the lap of luxury. Please, don't make us go! Stop your whining. I told you vermin to get aboard. Now get moving this instant.
That's just how we were sent into the desert.
Why don't they get on board themselves?
Because they must know just how dangerous this desert is, just like what happened to us.
The giant winged monster must be Pharaoh.
Yeah, but what's he want to capture Pharaoh so bad for?
Well, what are we gonna do? We can't just stand by and watch, can we?
I don't think it's a good idea to go right now.
I'm afraid that idiot isn't gonna listen to anything a princess would say.
Then what should we do?
Carol, come here a sec.
What? Yeah, I could do that, but I'd need tools. Wait, you mean...
Yes, perhaps this will help.
How convenient. You guys better bail me out if this goes bad.
We got it. Time to throw a wrench in their plans.
So you did pick that up?
Well, it was just lying there. I thought it might be useful.
Whatever.
What's he doing?
Now about all we can do is leave it up to the kid.
What is it with these commoners? They're slower than slugs. Get aboard, damn you!
Sir Cumore, everyone is aboard.
Everyone except yourself.
What? Me?
Those who do their jobs slowly will never learn without punishment.
Sir Cumore, please, I beg of you. I have a wife and daughter.
If you'd like to stay here, I'm sure I could arrange for them to go in your place. Now be gone with you.
Carol, don't worry. That young man is very capable.
And you notice the binoculars. Like, what's that on her eye? And I'm like, oh. Oh!
What's going on? Who was it that readied this coach? Fix the blasted coach! I will find out who's responsible for this.
I've got to hand it to the little runt.
You did it.
My heart was pounding like a drum.
This won't do anything more than buy us some time, though.
I think it's about all we can do at the moment.
We're still in the middle of our journey after all.
Yeah, Cat and Carol would start crying if we tried to tackle the knights head on.
How about we make ourselves scarce before people start getting too curious?
I suppose we'll be on our way then.
Yeah, I'm sure your kids will be so happy to see you. But there won't always be someone around to save you.
Thank you again for all your help.
Guess we should lay low at the inn for a while.
The knights in this town.
Using your power to terrorize people. There's not a soul in the lower quarter that evil. You've gone too far this time, Cumore.
Time to reunite you with Regal when I get the chance. That is what you're planning, right, Yuri? Oh, first things first. You don't seem to be here. Maybe I do the end first. We're gonna talk to you right now. How's it going? Oh, it's you. Oh, no, you are by the... Okay. Thanks for saving Mom and Dad. Ah, shucks, weren't nothing. What are you getting all bashful for, old man? After all, we even got a reward for helping them. What's wrong? Thanks for your help back there. Our children have someone to take care of them again, thanks to you. We hardly did anything. We braved that whole friggin' desert thing we weren't supposed to go into, like, FAQ. Thanks to all the precious water you saved with us that we're here today. That's really enough for the thank you for all you've done, but hourglass. Here you go. Bringing back the marble. Your mom and dad already gave us something to thank us for helping them. Couldn't take your reward too, that'd be groovy. Yeah. The riddle in the sands of Kogor.
We made it out of the desert without getting lost.
We didn't bump into that strange monster either. The traps in the desert had to be that creature's doing.
I've never heard of a monster with that sort of ability.
As I recall, when the creature vanished, a feather fell from the sky.
A pharaoh's feather?
Do you think there might be some connection?
Perhaps it was a talisman to keep us on the right path.
The feather was there. Getting lost could be related to the pharaoh after all.
Wanted to see if I could get that wrapped up before I head to the inn.
Oh, you've returned safe from... Welcome back.
Looks like they've still got guards watching him.
You must be tired. Please enjoy your stay.
That Cumore punk is really a lousy guy.
Why are there so many lousy guys in the world?
It's probably some kind of disease.
It's gotta be the disease they call stupidity.
So you do catch on. I bet you're right.
I wonder why they're trying to capture Pharaoh.
I don't know, but at this rate, they're gonna send all of the adults in the town out into the desert.
And once the adults are gone, it might be the children's turn next.
No, that can't happen. If I just spoke to him as a representative of the Imperial family.
Are you forgetting what happened in Heliord?
Yeah, Stell. He didn't care that you were the princess at all.
He's not the kind of person who'll reasonably listen to the words of a princess.
Whatever happened to the talk of going to Nordopolica?
So should we help the townspeople, or should we help ourselves?
Rita.
Don't you want to know what the Entelekea is thinking? If so, you should put this whole business with Cumore out of your mind for the time being.
It's a strange feeling to be agreeing with you, but I think we should focus on meeting Belius for now. Even if we captured Cumore, we wouldn't have the authority to try him for his crimes. If we can't do anything about him, we should focus on what we actually can do.
If only Flynn were here.
Flynn? But where is he?
I wish I knew. Guess we can't kill two birds with one stone, huh?
I'm sorry, Estelle. We don't mean to be ganging up on you. It disgusts me too, to imagine that jerk snoring all nice and cozy in his bed right now, but...
You said he's in bed right now. Yuri, where are you going? I'm just gonna talk to him. I'm just gonna talk to him. What are you doing?
Rita, I understand.
Sorry, that Rigo thing is just badass, and I'm just...
Lock up a guy like that, and as soon as he's released, he'll just end up doing the same thing again.
Yep, you know what they say. The only cure for stupidity is death.
The only cure for stupidity...
He's thinking about it, too! Let's go! Are we doing this?
I guess I'll have to play by my own rules.
We're just gonna talk to him!
Cumore.
It's you! What are you doing here? Someone come quick! You would cross swords with a noble? Very well. I accept your challenge. No! How could this?
You talk too much, Cumore. The time's come for you to make your exit.
Do you have any idea the trouble you're in for even pointing that thing at me? Wait! I'm not the one to blame. I've just been following orders. I had no choice.
Then don't hate me. Hate whoever gave you your orders.
Wait! How about this? I could use my authority to pardon all of your crimes. A fresh start. I may even be able to have you reinstated as a knight. I have no shortage of money. With enough money, I'm sure I could satisfy your every wish. Go ahead. Tell me what it is you want.
There's only one thing I want from you.
And what might that... No, stop! Stay back! Don't come any closer, you beast! I am Cumore, the captain of the Imperial Knights, the man destined to become Commandant! I beg you, spare my life! Please,
It's quicksand also convenient.
not like this.
Tell me, how many times have you heard those very words?
Oh. You would show up now.
My people have taken control of things here. The residents of this town won't suffer any longer.
That ought to put you one step closer to your next promotion.
Wait, does he know?
I'm heading back to the others.
Yuri, we need to talk later.
I know.
I'll be waiting. Down at the lake.
We having a plot? Sounds like Flintbeard took care of the rest.
Who'd have guessed this town could ever be this lively?
Yes, it's a great relief to know that people here can live freely again.
I'm still in shock that Flynn actually came.
That was amazing, Tom.
But Cumore might just cause more pain somewhere else.
You watch. Flynn will have that guy behind bars in no time. Right, Yuri?
Oh, yeah.
Yuri? Raven, you're gonna catch a cold.
He wore himself out playing with all the children. You'd think he was 12 years old.
Welcome back.
They're still going out there. I can't keep up with them.
What happened to Patty?
She's still dancing. I really don't get kids.
I saw you having a good time, though. You're an awesome dancer, Rita.
What'd you say?
Shut up.
How dare you call me awesome? I take this as an insult. I'm gonna hit you. Don't say that after you hit me.
Huh? The old man's asleep already?
Oh, shiz. Wish I could do that.
That was quick. Yuri?
Just gonna go have a word with Flynn. I'll be back.
Now Flynn just wants to talk to me, maybe. Here you are out at the Oasis.
Why don't you have a seat?
You said we needed to talk?
Tell me, why did you kill Cumor? You know it's not our place to pass sentence on the crimes of others. He was to be punished in accordance with the laws.
And just what laws do you think would have punished him? The same laws that failed to punish Rigaud? Give me a break.
Yuri, you...
The laws have always been the tools of whoever happens to hold all the chips.
Just saying that doesn't make it right for individuals to judge right from wrong, or for you to operate your own private court of law. If the laws are at fault, then fixing those laws comes first. It's for that very reason that I'm still with the Imperial Knights.
But you can't deny that lives were saved because those bastards were put down. You'd rather tell those people, sorry you have to die today, I promise we'll change things soon.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
They're out there, you know. People so bad they'll just go on hurting others. What can the average person do but be victimized by people like that? You know it was the same way with our people in the lower quarter.
Even so, Yuri, what you're doing isn't right. Do you intend to rain your justice down on all the villains of the world? That's the behavior of a common criminal.
I recognize it for what it is, and I've made my choices. Murder is a crime.
And even knowing that, you intend to dirty your hands.
Intend to? I already have.
Not backing down on this, Flynn.
So this is the path you've chosen.
Don't make me repeat myself.
I won't. But it seems you don't yet understand the full weight of your choices. As a knight, I cannot overlook your crimes.
Captain, I finally found you!
What is it?
Our barricade of Nordopolica has been completed. Also, it appears that the hunting blades are on the move. Sir, we must go to Nordopolica quickly.
Shit's going down there.
Captain!
Understood.
Sir.
Yuri?
I'm already gone, Zenigata.
I know you better than anyone alive, Yuri. If you insist on walking down the path of a criminal.
Oh, wait! Repeat!
Bark.
Yuri.
So, you heard it all?
I'm sorry.
Are you afraid of me, Estelle? If you are, you can quit right here. Join Flynn and go back to the castle.
I'm not going back.
Hey.
It's true the things you've done are against the law, but I'm confused. It's also true that your actions saved the lives of others.
You never know. Someday I might turn my blade on you.
You'd never do something like that without a reason. If you ever end up pointing your sword at me, I'm sure I will have done something to deserve it.
If you're going to go with Flynn, now's your chance. You seem like he was in a hurry.
No. I'm gonna continue on this journey with you. It's what I want. Traveling with you, I know I'll find the right path for myself, too. So what I'm thinking is... Here's to the road ahead.
Thanks.
Yuri is the equivalent of that murder is okay meme. That's what I've narrowed it down to.
Oh, I haven't sawed logs like that for a good long while.
Yeah, it's called oversleeping.
We're ready to hit the road, so get that sleep out of your eyes.
Hey, old man, your eyes are all droopy.
What? That's not good.
Jeez.
Huh? There are fewer knights than before.
Yeah, Flynn and his crew went back to Nordopolica.
That must mean they were traveling by night.
Was there some emergency they had to deal with?
They wanted to eat some fish, so they went back to Nordopolica.
Oh, come on, Patty. They're not like you. Maybe they had to take care of the monsters from the Colosseum.
I'll bet Palestrale requested the help of the knights.
We'll have to wait and see. Well, it's just that Flynn said something about a barricade.
Barricade? What could that mean?
Are they out to arrest Bellius for what happened in the Great War?
I can't imagine that Palestrale would be outmaneuvered that easily by the knights.
I get the feeling this is gonna get messy.
Maybe we should think twice about heading back to Nordopolica for now.
But the new moon's almost here. If we miss this chance, who knows when we might meet Bellius again?
If I can't go to Nordopolica, I can't get on a ship. If I don't get on a ship, I won't be able to find the Maristella or recover my memory.
That's all well and good. I'm just not in a hurry to get tangled up with that armor-wearing bunch.
Me neither.
We'll just have to be careful, like always. No use panicking about it.
Don't forget, I want to take a look at the air crane and Kados.
Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. All right, let's head out.
Kumor's missing. Where'd he be?
Things are bound to improve here in Mantake, now that Flynn's liberated the town.
They did allow the ringleader to escape, though.
Kumor? Flynn will catch him in no time, right, Yuri?
Oh yeah, sure he will.
Is something wrong? He looked troubled.
Estelle's not her usual perky self either.
That's not true. I'm as happy as you all are that Mantake's been freed.
If you say so.
Eventually, one of you is not gonna be cool with that meme that I mentioned. I'm gonna go back to the inn again for another scene. I think enter and exit meant actually enter and exit. Oh well. I sold a lot of stuff from the enemies that they were dropping. Carol. We finished Estelle's request. Shouldn't brave Vesperia start looking for other jobs? You're right. What should we do? We could get a job in Dongress if we were members of the Union. Hey kid, didn't you know? Union will throw you work even if you don't join them. They take a cut, but... Oh, really? Really? It'll take us some time to return to Dongress from here. When we can find a Union's outpost staff around, we might be able to get a job. Why not look for them? Judith, you coming? Work? What should we do about Pharaoh? If this is something we need to do as a guild, I don't mind. Thanks, Estelle. Then let's go. Once again to the Oasis? What you all out here wearing a tux for out here in this heat? Your friend, that's the little guild hopper, right? Eh? Name's Carol. I'm a member of a guild called Vesperia now. Oh, so what business your guild have with us? Union outpost? Looking for a job? This is about all I got at the moment. One requests transportation for my good, or I requested. U7. No detailed info here. Well, there's the Union. They're probably going to be pretty standard jobs. We just ran right for one of your first jobs. Please, 4,200 gold. Vesperia isn't a member of the Union, you know. You're unaffiliated? So with the 30% finder's fee, that brings your toke down to 3,000 gold. You want it? You could have just kept quiet, Raven. It's just the way it works. Be worse if they found out later. We're already here. Let's do it. Yeah, they're giving us jobs. Now, our first thing is not to bite the hand that's feeding, you know. Usually the guy usually hangs around town, the bridge near the entrance of town. Let's go and talk to him. Flynn Part 2. How long ago was Part 1? Probably when we met him the last time back in the first continent, I want to say.
Your friend is quite talented, considering the ease with which he saved Mantake.
Who, Flynn? That was nothing for him.
You know him really well, don't you, Yuri?
Well, we've hung around together since we were kids.
You don't hang around together much anymore, though.
Yuri?
Yeah, about that. Look at them, they're playing, yay! What's everyone thinking the Knights? Reasons. Reasons, boy. the inn. You? Are you Mr. Seddon? I'm you, Seddon. You from the Union? We're a guild bring of Vesperia. Ah, I've heard of you. We can handle it. You need to be able to deliver some stuff? So I'm gonna take a book to an old friend of mine. Important one. Book that holds many memories for us. We'll make sure to take good care of it. Don't lose it. If that should happen, I'll have to have you pay compensation for the lost item through the Union. Carol said don't worry, so you don't need to. Who might this friend of yours be? Nobis Celestial, currently traveling. I don't know exactly where he is. Probably one of the cities on Tolbikia or Desier. Please take this crest. Carry it with you. He should recognize it and call out to you himself. A fiery soul into a sea of flames. You'll know it's Nobis if he says this to you. Gotcha. Accept this task in the name of the brightest star of the night sky, brave Vesperia. Thanks for your help. Was that a thing you said at the end there that sounded like a magic spell? Oath for taking a new job. Proof you accept the client's request. Interesting. Alright. Book of friendship. Theories and everything about male bonding with the comrade crest. We received gift from the god Brosidon. Behind the inn. Is you? Who are you? Ding dong, I'm Cows. Call me Kuzu for. Nice to meet you. Kuzu? You lost your 3D glasses. You think Cows is plenty short enough? No need to be so sassy, Flatty McChester. What the fuck did you say? I like the cut of your jib there, Cozy. Cozy Cowsland. What's the point of having big boobs? It's just getting in the way. I guess. What are you doing in a place like this? Good question. Guess you could say I'm helping out with some chores. You helping your brother with chores? That's not nice of you. My mother? Who said anything about that? I'm helping out the antlion man. Name of a friend of yours? Yepperoo. Something like that, Miss Bouncy Bouncy. Bouncy? Bouncy? Could you let me borrow an apple gel? If you do, I'll show you what I mean. Oh, for sure. Oh, thanks. Round and round we go. Where we stop, only I know. Oh! Behold! Thank you, thank you. What? The heck was that? That's my friend the Antlion Man. You can call him A to the L for short. That's longer! Can we make him purple and call him Jordan? He took that apple gel. I was too flabbergasted by all this weirdness to really notice. Give that apple gel back! Give it back. Don't be so heartless, Flatty. You just have to take this instead. A milk? Freshly squeezed from the... I don't want it anymore. Wait, if you have udders, that implies... I'm gonna kill you, dead baby. Who are you talking to? What? The fuck did I get it? Oh, both of those were part 1. Guild quest ended. Oh god, which one's I gonna probably deal with? Cozy Cowsland again. Exit the town to the east and return to the Wilson of Kados.
So hot. There's no shade or anything.
Oh.
What's the matter, Captain Carol?
Maybe it's so hot he can't speak.
You're already pooped? Weak. And you're also much younger than me.
Would you shut up? Aren't you hot under that thick coat, Raven?
Nah, this clothing is kind of special.
Let me borrow it.
Ah, my boy. If you're really suffering that much, I'll gladly lend you my stinky, sweaty clothing.
Never mind.
The heat is at least better than your stench, old man.
Yuri's croquettes are the best!
How strange. They're just balls of mashed potatoes, but there must be a secret ingredient.
Oh yeah? What'd you put in it, Yuri?
Love.
Who are you? And what'd you do with Yuri?
My hearing isn't what it used to be. What'd you say the secret ingredient was?
Love. The lady who ran the inn where I lived always said cooking was all about love. I put as much love in them as I could, so eat them with care, okay?
Yuri's love-filled croquettes.
Ugh.
I wish they weren't so good.
A secret ingredient is a cook's greatest treasure. You didn't want to tell them, did you?
Actually, I didn't put anything special in there at all.